Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. It's Monday, November 23rd. I hope you're doing well and I hope you had a good weekend. I have a very quick update on the latest stimulus news, including news that Biden may push the Democrats to take a smaller deal before the end of the year because of the threat of a double dip recession if we don't get something passed before the end of the year. So this is some positive news that Biden may push Pelosi and Schumer to just strike a deal, whatever the Republicans want, to get it done to help people before the end of the year. So I'm going to talk about that and what's on the table and what Biden is saying. But first I want to say that Vox put this out just an hour ago. Congress should cancel its Thanksgiving recess and pass another stimulus bill. We are in the holidays now. Congress is on recess for Thanksgiving. Then we have basically 2 weeks and there's another holiday for the Christmas end of the year holidays. So we don't have that much time. And here's why timing is so important. As I've mentioned in my videos in the past few weeks, number one, many benefits Americans have are ending at the end of this year. Number two, cases, as we know, continue to skyrocket, and they will most certainly get worse after Thanksgiving. Here's the latest map of the country. I mean, the purple is where you see over 100 infections per 100,000, and there's even dark purple where we're almost 200, almost 300 here in Morrison County, Minnesota, per 100,000 residents. And our 14-day average has gone up 50%. We are averaging well over 100,000 cases now. There's no doubt in my mind we will cross 200,000 cases someday this week. The question is whether it will be tomorrow, Wednesday, on Thanksgiving, or the end of the week. But there's no doubt that cases are still increasing exponentially and will continue to do so if we don't do something. And Vox pretty much says the same thing. Welcome to the 2020 holiday season. Public officials, scientists, and the media are pleading with Americans to avoid spending Thanksgiving with their families to prevent further spread of COVID-19 as it spikes across the country. Last week, I mentioned that Pelosi and Schumer wrote a letter to McConnell to restart stimulus negotiations. In a letter to the Kentucky Republican, they asked him to, quote, join us at the negotiating table so that we can work towards a bipartisan, bicameral COVID-19 relief agreement to crush the virus and save American lives. So far, we're not closer than we were, let's say 4 months ago when we were covering this daily and we thought something was going to happen. No new news there. But there is fear that the economy will continue to go down, job losses and unemployment will continue to increase, and this is not good as we get into the winter. So here is some of the silver lining that Biden and his team may want Democrats to reach a quick deal. Until now, Biden, Pelosi, and Schumer have insisted that Republicans agreed to a spending bill of $2 trillion or more, while Mitch McConnell wants a much smaller package. This has been the problem for 3 or 4 months now. But here's the important piece. Many of the president-elect advisors have become convinced that deteriorating economic conditions from the renewed surge in infections and the looming threat of millions of Americans losing jobless benefits in December require more urgent action before year's end. That could mean moving at least part of the way towards McConnell's $500 billion package. So, basically, to get a deal done to help, something is better than nothing. I've said that many times. That's why we've been donating all of our YouTube revenue. It's not much, but we donate it back to people who are watching and subscribing to our channel. We are continuing to do that through this month. Here's another piece that supports what I've been saying all along. Jared Bernstein, an economist at the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, said that speed, size, and composition are all important in a stimulus agreement. We know that. But speed is especially important. Again, that's the big piece. Having money for people now, for businesses now, is more important than 6 months from now. We need to get through the winter. We need to get through this rough patch these next several months before a vaccine can be distributed to a majority of the US population. We need to get through these next several months, and people need to survive to be able to pay rent and get food and basically take care of their basic needs. Here is the worry, and Melissa Kearney, an economist, said this. What I'm really worried about is the millions of people who are going to be without food or without a home during the winter. That level of individual suffering really, to me, should be everyone's priority and move them past their political differences. That is so true, of course, and that's been the case for several months now where people are really struggling. Of course, with the winter, it becomes more dire for many people. And we hear this every week, but economists call for more stimulus checks. Economists have been saying this. We need more stimulus checks. We need more stimulus checks. We need more relief for the American economy, for small businesses, and for individuals. In a recent letter, more than 125 economists are urging policymakers to provide more direct payments to Americans in order to help keep families out of poverty and help the economy recover from the coronavirus-related downturn. Here's a quote: "We urge policymakers to use all the tools at their disposal to revitalize the economy, including direct cash payments, which are one of the quickest, most equitable, and most effective ways to get families and the economy back on track." It's true, direct payments is one of the best methods. Most, if not all, economists will tell you that. So, to give a quick recap, Congress is away for Thanksgiving holiday. Once they come back, they basically have a few weeks before the December holidays and the New Year to make a decision about a new package. Biden and his team are saying any package is better than no package, and may be pushing Pelosi and Schumer and other Democrats to get on board with a smaller package. Lastly, economists continue to pile on that they want more stimulus checks, pushing a compromise both for Democrats and Republicans so the U.S. can avoid a double-dip recession. All of that is in the face of skyrocketing infections, but there is good vaccine news, more positive vaccine news over the weekend, with another drug maker saying their vaccine candidate is over 90% effective as well. So those are some of the positives. As always, we're going to continue to post all of this information on our Skip blog, helloskip.com/blog. I'll leave a link in the description. And of course, download our free app on the App Store or Google Play. Hello Skip, links also in the description. It will keep you up to date on all of this, plus a lot of our government services help as it relates to stimulus checks, unemployment, and so much more. All right. As always, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel and supporting us. Most importantly, stay well, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.